So far this weekend I have had um, two whiskeys that I have made videos of. Last night I did the Highwood rye, which surprised me. It being a wheat base and with some rye added to it, and it was quite flavorful for 40% alcohol by volume. Then I got really adventurous and tried the not Alberta, but the Canadian Club original 1858 premium Canadian whiskey Canadien. And that was nothing harsh, except that there was a long, lingering, bitter aftertaste that just hung on and became astringent towards the end. But now I'm moving over to Scotland. I'm going for the heavier hitters, I suppose you could call them. And right here I've got a Glenglassaugh. It's a Highland single malt, peated with virgin oakwood finish. I got this from the premium spirits release that was released on November 4th. When did I buy this? It was a little later. There's got to be a date on here. The 25th of November. So it had gone 3 weeks. It had sat 3 weeks on the shelf from the spirits release before I got to it. So, you know, if you miss something on the spirits release, the very day of the spirits release, you can always come back for. There's still some things on the shelf now from the November 4th spirits release. A few items here and there. Most of it's all been picked over naturally, but there's a few that still have the tag saying, you know, spirits release. November 25th. Was that what I said? Now it is the 27th of May. So December, January, February, March, April, May. 6 months. Yep, I'm kind of true to my 6-month lag. There's a bunch of writing on the back here. I'm going to get to that as soon as I pour a dram. I have not opened this tube yet. It's real tight. Okay. Here's our wee bottle of Glenglassaugh. And the label says Highland single malt, peated virgin oakwood finish. Okay, so it's a virgin oak finish. 700 mils, 46% alcohol by volume. On the back it says some stuff, and on here it says some stuff too. I'm going to read that as soon as I have poured a dram and let it open up a little bit. It's no age statement, but Glenglassaugh is one of these distilleries that was mothballed and then brought back to life. And so a lot of the spirits that they're releasing are on the younger side. There was a peated, there was a sherried version of this as well. But this was the peated one with the virgin oak finish. So, oh, nice pop. Nice thick cork. Nice chunky bottle. Nice sized dram. What does it say on here? Oh, it's fine and not much contrast. Okay. Peated virgin oakwood finish. Glenglassaugh Distillery standing on the Moray Firth coast at the edge of the beautiful Sandend Bay, lay silent and forgotten for over 2 decades. See, that's what I was talking about, but it's got it all here. Its heritage stretches back to 1875, and the distinctive coastal character of its whiskey is loved by all who discover it. After being mothballed for over 20 years, production was restarted in 2008. The first whiskey from the resurrected distillery is now available to single malt Scotch whiskey lovers everywhere. Yeah, that would be the revival. I can still get a bottle or two here and there. And the Torfa. The Torfa was the first Glenglassaugh I ever tried, and it blew me away. Disappeared fast too. I can get another bottle, but I haven't. At Glenglassaugh, we produce a very limited quantity of whiskey using richly peated malted barley. The malted barley has been dried in the traditional way over peat-infused kilns, giving the whiskey its unique smoky flavor. Our master distiller, Billy Walker, has selected a limited number of virgin oak casks to finish maturing our peated Glenglassaugh single malt Scotch whiskey. During this second period of maturation, the whiskey interacts with the wood, adding an intriguing range of flavors and aromas specific to the virgin oak cask. Okay, then he's got the signature for Billy Walker, and there's tasting notes below that, which I will disregard and taste it for myself. This echoes a little bit. That's cool. And does it say anything different on here? There's a little label. Maybe it's tasting notes. The master distiller has selected a limited number of virgin oak casks to finish maturing in peated Glenglassaugh. Okay, it says the same thing basically. Okay, it's got international symbols like recycling and throw away and don't get pregnant. Yeah, I know I've said that one many times before, but okay. Did we say what it's bottled at? I think it's in fine print on the bottom here. Oh, I did say that, yeah, 46%. I envy guys like Jason Whiskey Wise in London, who has this review style structure that all of his videos follow the same structure, and I can't do that to save my life. I just come along randomly and say what's going on. Okay, Glenglassaugh, peated, 700 mils, $104.99, 10-cent bottle deposit. And so it's about $7.60-70. Liquor tax, goods and services tax, yeah, $7, $7 or $8. And the liquor tax is going to be another $15, $16, something like that. So $24 on top of the 100. Let's say it's $125 out the door. No, is that right? $130 out the door. A little pricey, but right away I'm already getting that virgin oak kind of thing going on. And the peat. No, this is going to be a beauty. I get it on the nose already. There's that Glenglassaugh peat. It's a little bit sweeter peat, and it's not as heavy as from the south, as peat from the south of Islay. Things like Ardbeg, Lafroig, and Lagavulin. It's a little gentler. The peat would resemble more of the peat you'd get out of Lecheg or another Highland peat. Highland peat like the peated Glendronach. There's the peat. There's a lot of vanilla from the virgin oak. And wood, I'm getting a little bit of the sawdust. There's an interplay between the peat and the the caramel and vanilla from the virgin oak, and the sweetness as well. The interplay, at least on the nose, is just beautiful. I'm not getting a lot of fruits, although they're probably there. It's mostly peat and wood on the nose, and gosh, is it good. This is a beautiful nose. I imagine that there's apples and pears if I dig deep enough. But the influence of the virgin oak is so strong, and the influence of the peat is also there, where the two are kind of they're trading off. There are layers. I don't believe that they're struggling. I don't believe that there's a clash. I believe that there's a harmony between the two, at least from what I'm getting on the nose. This is lovely. Well, let's give it a taste. Oh. We're getting some sweetness from the virgin oak, and we're getting peat on the tongue. The virgin oak dryness, it coats the mouth with vanilla and caramel and sweetness from the wood. But on the tongue, curiously enough, there's the peat, and it's also sweet. But dominant is the finish of the virgin oak. And it coats the mouth all over. There is a coating of this stuff all over my mouth. And it doesn't have a very long finish. It just kind of drops off with a little bit of caramel and a little bit of vanilla. My mouth is still tingling from the flavors from the peat, I think. It's either the peat or the virgin oak finish. Quite curious. The two are still, they're still interplaying, even though my mouth is dry and there's no lingering taste. There's just a dry mouth. So yeah, the finish doesn't last too long. I'm going to have another sip. Oh, there's that virgin oak again. That is a beautiful finish. And there's the peat too, but it doesn't seem to be as strong as it was. You know what? I'm going to pour me a glass of this other one, this other Glenglassaugh. That I have right here. There's another expression. That's one I did a few weeks ago from the Octaves cask. I wonder how the two will compare. Here I've been getting these rare gems from Glenglassaugh. Okay. Oh, here it is, more caramel. Much more caramel. And less peat on the Octaves. More caramel, less peat. Here, I've got more of that fresh oak, that woody sawdust. If anything, I'm smelling oranges a little bit. And the peat is always there. The peat is a lot stronger. But don't forget that the Octaves cask bottle has been open for some time and it has had a chance to oxidize. Where this one has I just freshly opened it. So I don't know if the comparison would be fair. I think it would be a more fair comparison if I opened them both at the same time, but it's too late to do that now. And I don't know if I can get another Octaves bottle. Some of these bottles are on the shelf for a short time only. Much more peat here. And here you've got more caramel and vanilla. Oh, this one works differently. This one has the wood on the tongue and the peat coating the mouth, but now it's flip-flopping. That's interesting. And now back to the peated virgin oak wood finish. Oh. I wonder what adding just a little bit of water will do to that. Will that open things up a little more and give me more fruits? Let's see. It clings to the glass quite a bit. Look at that edge there that's on my collar. Only now it's starting to come apart. Wow. Water does some tremendous things for some whiskeys and does nothing for others. Oh, now I'm getting some chocolate. Some chocolate. Yes. Quite a bit of chocolate coming out now. The addition of water, I may have become a convert to the addition of water because there was a time when I got nothing out of it, but now, black licorice. Oh, there's more complexity here when you add water. Oh my goodness. What will water do to the other one, to the Octaves? See what a little water does to the Octaves. This is quite an interesting little comparison. It brings out more peat, and the caramel sort of takes a back seat, which it didn't before. The caramel was out first, but now getting more peat from the Octaves. The peat is more tarry here, and it's sweeter on the virgin oak, but maybe the sweetness is coming from the virgin oak itself. Here the peat is more earthy, I suppose you could say. And that is the Octaves. That's the peat on the Octaves. Oh, that's delicious too. There's a certain mineral quality about it too that I'm getting. It's like hard water. I don't know where that's coming from. This is quite complex. There's still a lot going on here with the virgin oak finish. That oak finish does not quit. And the peat is still there too. It's a beautiful marriage of the two, no question about it. This is a lovely piece of work. Mm. Mm. The mouthfeel is quite slippery and alkaline. And once again, I'm getting that sawdust all over coating the mouth. Peat on the tip of the tongue. Oh. I was a Glenglassaugh fan from the first time I tasted the Torfa, and I'm still a Glenglassaugh fan. I love this distillery. Everything that they have put out that I have tasted has just been fabulous. So, without any more blathering on, oh, that nose is good. Slancha.
Food Quig.
Food quick.
Food quick.
Food Quig.
Food quick.
Yeah.